Thank you, Justin, and of course, the Before Columbus Foundation and its members for the vision to see what was needed and the follow-through to make it happen, to reclaim what is truly ours, to make events like today a reality. And it's indeed an honor for me to be here in this company of such a distinguished group of writers and activists and storytellers. And isn't that, after all, what we all are, storytellers? I began my storytelling career in 1968 as a student activist on a picket line in East Los Angeles, brandishing a Super 8 camera. It was the heyday of the emergent Chicano civil rights movement, and I didn't know I'd make a lifetime of it, but I did. I learned how to tell our stories using film and later television. And these were stories that, as you might imagine, mainstream society really didn't want to hear. Stories of our oppression, stories of our struggle, stories of overcoming, and stories of victories in the face of defeat. For 15 years, I was a documentary filmmaker, and then I shifted. I became a narrative storyteller, directing episodes of primetime television shows like NYPD Blue, ER, Star Trek, Criminal Minds, Law and Order, and others. All the while of this, during this time, of course, I was writing. I was a writer. I was a storyteller. Throughout, I've struggled to find a balance in my storytelling, a balance between documenting and telling the dark side of our troubled past, and we all know it sadly too well, the history of discrimination, of the rapes, of the lynchings, of the murders, of the genocides that have been committed against people of color. But I also wrestled to find hope amid the backdrop of these horrible events. For to relegate our storytelling only to these atrocities ignores a past that is also filled with steadfast resistance, with fierce struggles, with irrepressible victories. Perhaps the most difficult challenge for me has been to focus beyond the immediate and the visceral. It's easy to focus our storytelling on the political, say, when the times demand it. It's harder to find the quiet time to write, especially when we know that brothers and sisters of the Standing Rock Sioux Nation, for example, and so many others, are today taking a stand. Or we confront the sordid realities of what a potential Trump nation might be. Much harder to find the time we need to be quiet, to reflect, to ponder, to muse. But it's only when we do this, when we overcome our anger, transcend our anger, allow our creativity to simmer, to distill, to nurture deeper insights into who we are, that our craft as storytellers can truly come to the fore. I live in a world of alternate realities, some of my doing and some that just happen to happen. In my latest short story collection, Return to Arroyo Grande, I have a character who has fallen at a construction site and awakened to find an indisputable memory of living in an ominous, terrible world, a world where there's only suffering, where all her friends are enemies, and despair is the order of the day. She's so convinced of this abhorrent past, what the doctors are calling false memories, that she can't accept the possibility that another, more positive world might exist. Yet her doctors insist, due to the peculiar cerebral affliction that happened when she fell, this is what's going on. They're false memories. But what if these false memories took place, she questions? Aren't I cheating? I mean, Aren't I denying the validity of these things actually having happened? The doctor replies, Jenny, the point is you must not allow the bad memories of a terrible past to cripple you and your future. It's as simple as that. So as storytellers, let's not allow ourselves to be paralyzed. Let's go forward. Let's break barriers. Let's tell stories of purpose, stories of resilience, stories of hope. And I, for one, am not afraid to use that word, hope. Thank you very much for the honor, your time, and the award.